We in this bitty. And I'll rewind it more as people get in. The more people get in, you know what I'm saying, the more I'll rewind it and like let people hear it. But as of right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna play it so it can build up that tension and y'all can understand the context of what's going on. Like this is something that's serious. Like this is something that I feel like a lot of people, especially our people, we don't really speak on stuff like that. Everybody be talking about the beef that's going on with Young Thug and the stuff that's going on with the adults mainly, more so in social media and everybody else's interests. I'm gonna start talking about this stuff, things like this, things of nature or whatever. This is for my subs and for the people that's what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel and so you can know what's going on. Uh, we're gonna be talking about stuff like this, things that can just keep you privy to what's going on around the world and that's around you. If you may have kids, like, cause I got at this point, I mean, we at 5,000 and counting. Congratulations, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, man. We clocking numbers. We surpassed a lot of people. Like so, the people that's out here, peace and blessings to the tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing numbers, tribe. We doing numbers. So a lot of people is not doing exactly what we're doing. We're in a sense blessed, you know. And for whatever reason, can somebody drop it in the comments or whatever? I don't know what it is, but I keep on seeing like numbers in trilogies. I gotta look up 555 because I just seen 555 for the first time. I never seen 555, but I normally see like 333. That's normally my number. I normally see 333. You know, probably seldomly. I'll see 777, but my wife told me that she seen the number 827, and that's always been going through her life. We looked it up, and it actually attached to her. So y'all look into that, man. Look into your spiritual numbers, the numbers that you always see. That might be something that's like that's calling you. It might be something that's just for you, but um, I was I was looking at this case and I was like, dang, bro, like, we need to talk more and shed more light about this instead of like talking because everybody talking about the same thing. Man, most of the news is coming from like a lot of these brothers and like, yeah, you got a big platform, but you ain't doing no research. It ain't no integrity in it. And like, if it ain't like, yeah, it's YouTube, but it's like, and it can change your life and stuff like that. But if it ain't no integrity in it, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't like create an honest story and like cause I like journalism, I actually come from the craft. So if I can't create an honest story and build up something, you know what I'm saying? My wife must be doing my daughter hair and you know what I'm saying? Pretty hurts. Y'all women, y'all know how that is. Especially that black girl magic. You know what I'm saying? Why they call it black girl magic, but to get through that, man, yeah, pretty hurts for sure. But I try to like make content in the realm of like not just like diminishing on people or like just putting out bad narratives. I seen a lot of people in my comments and they was talking negative and stuff like that or whatever, saying they do diligence on how they feel. But if we gonna get to the story, but you know, like the old saying goes, never read the comments. Like how they be saying, like never read the comments. I like to read the comments. I don't mind because I like the criticism. I take it as constructive, right or wrong, whatever. I still see how people feel and how you feel about me. Everybody got a voice. So if everybody got a voice and we being honest, you gotta let everybody have a voice, whether it's negative or positive. They say negative or positive things about you. Everybody got a voice. So I try to like keep that same type of mindset with everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? If everybody got a voice, let everybody have a voice and do their thing. You feel me? Okay, you got a voice. I'm gonna let you speak your mind. You speak your mind and stuff like that or what have you. And I take it into consideration or whatever, you know what I'm saying? When you know you greatness, it's just like you don't really even thinking about that stuff or whatever. And then on top of that, it's like I got my hands tied into so many lives and stuff like that. Like, I'm necessarily playing like, Geppetto. I'm playing God in a sense. It depends on however you want to look at it. I got my daughters, what I'm saying, my own life, what I'm saying, and I'm married, so I got my hands are tied. I can't really, and then I'm making content, so I can't really think about all this other bull crap that's going on, all the negativity. I keep my mind focused or whatever, so all the haters that's in the comments or whatever, I know they're gonna do they want too. I never let it get to me. Now, back to the topic, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I did give the haters a little shine. The haters need a little shine. Keep them motivated. Keep hating. Keep going. But anyway, I was just like thinking like, this whole situation with a 10-year-old child being in a grown man situation, thinking about going to grown man prison, man, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a tough situation for a 10-year-old child. How you gonna deal with that? If you was 10, how you gonna deal with that? I remember when I was 10, I seen my mother get beaten upon. You know what I'm saying? I see my mother getting beat down. And I couldn't really fathom that at 10. Some kids might, they might hit the dude leg or whatever. You might get smacked or whatever. But at 10 years old, you can't really do too much. There's only so much you can do. Your options of survival and protection are limited. So you can't really do too much at 10 years old, So imagine defending yourself in a penitentiary around grown men at 10 years old. It's a very sick situation that I think that is going on. So we're going to get into this story, man. We're going to jump into it. I just had to give y'all a little backstory of what's going on and how I think or whatever. It's a lot of stuff where, and I'm finna get on the Scream Labs. I probably might get on the Scream Labs like tonight, maybe around like 12. But I'm gonna start doing YouTube a lot more. I'm gonna do YouTube a lot more. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. I like covering this content, and I think that a lot of people is not covering the content that I'm covering, and that's why I came to with this story, because everybody is talking about, people dying. Our people, not even people, but our people dying. They're talking about our people suffering, diminishing our people. You know what I'm saying? Putting them down, saying our people ain't you know what I'm saying? Pretty much ain't worth nothing because all they do is, when they look at us, all you see is Chicago. Let's go. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like what I just said, but that's what it is. That's what, like, every time you hear somebody of another race speak about us, they say, oh, Chicago or this, they keep us at that notion and at that mind frame, like, we don't want to be, categorized as that. We don't want, wait, hold on. We don't want to be categorized as that, as those type of people that's just gonna be stuck in one mind frame. Nah, man, we got that going on in Chicago, but at the same time, like, you feel me, like, we got greater minds. We got people that's over here that actually want to make some money. We got people that's over here that actually want to do legit business. You know what I'm saying? We got people that's over here that want to do stuff that's gonna be lucrative to the community. You know what I'm saying? You can't count them out, right? You count them out. You count out everybody. So it's like, my thing is if we focus on what's right, you know what I'm saying? Let's focus on what's right and stop focusing on, what somebody got in their pockets and what they can do for you. You focus on what's right, all of us gonna stick together. Somebody gonna want to give you whatever's in their pocket anyways, because it's gonna be lucrative to them anyways. You know what I'm saying? Even if there is a bad person, it's still gonna be lucrative because they're gonna know that this person is a genuine person. He's good. He has a good heart. He's pure intent. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you got some people that's gonna mess you over and skim you over along the way or whatever, but you gotta have that faith, dog. You gotta have what you call resilience. And that's what we're gonna have to get into in this story right here, is because this brother right here is gonna have this brother is gonna have to have a lot of resilience, man. If he don't have no resilience, man, it's sad to say he gonna be in a bad situation. A very bad situation. Crucial to his life and also his manhood. You know, and his mental. Because that's gonna mess up his mental. But if we don't cover this case and we don't get on this case or whatever, nobody ain't shedding no light on this and talking about this, you know, it's gonna get swept up under the rug. My thing is I'm gonna shed light on all topics, man. I'm gonna shed light on all topics. I'm not gonna put his face. I'm not gonna put his face up there, but we gonna get into it because I feel like I done been running my mouth long enough. So we gonna get into it. It's 11 minutes in. I done been running my mouth, you know. Like Kwame Brown said, you gotta get past them 2 minutes. You gotta get past them 2 minutes, and then you can start talking about bull crap. You know, you can't curse past the 2 minutes. That's what Kwame Brown say, right? I know a lot of y'all listen to Kwame Brown.
Could you say your name again just a little bit louder?
Hold on.
Zion Carr.
Hold on. There you go.
Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm.
And I'm actually finna roll up while I'm watching this, so y'all react with me.
There's a rule in effect, okay, that says that you can't be in court unless you're testifying. And once you have testified, don't tell anybody else what you testified to, except the lawyers, okay? Okay. I want you to tell me your first and last name and spell it for my court reporter, please.
My name is Zion Carr. Zioncarr.
Mr. Smith. Zion, could you say your name again just a little bit louder?
Zion Carr.
Okay. You want to now approach the witness, right? Absolutely. Why don't you move that clip up just a hair? There you go. That's good.
Bruh, that just scared, that just scared as hell, bro. Trust me, that just is scared as hell, bro. That kid is scared as hell. He don't know what the hell is going on right now. He just like.
Do you remember your birthday?
July 25th, 2011.
July 25th, 2011. What's your mom saying?
I mean, he know his birthday, man. He know his birthday. He sound like a very highly intelligent kid, man. He sound like he's smart. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part about it, man. You know, this kid could have been a great. It sound like he's smart, like he got some, you know what I'm saying, some sense. So, whatever led him to do this, man, it's the unthinkable. And I'm pretty sure his family and his people probably thinking the same thing. Like, why would Zion do that? You know what I'm saying? That's probably what his people thinking, you know? But, let's go, man. Let's get into it.
How old are you?
11.
Oh, he 11. He ain't even 10. He 11.
July 25th, 2011.
July 25th, 2011. What's your mom saying?
Amber.
And does your mom have any sisters?
She got 2.
And what are your mom's sisters' names?
Ashley and Tatiana.
And does your mom have any brothers?
She got 1 and his name is Adarius.
I bet you that microphone is going to pick up what you're saying so you don't have to lean over back. Thank you for trying. Zion, do you know the difference between a truth and a lie?
Yes, sir.
So, if I was to tell you, I hold up a marker. What color is this marker?
Red.
And let the record reflect I'm holding up a red marker. If I was to tell you this marker was blue, would that be a truth or a lie?
And then look. See what they trying to do right now with him. See, they cross-examine him and stuff like that. This is actually the state that's doing this, and they railroading this brother because he don't got the right financial stability and the right financial legal team to get him saved, right, and then preserve his freedom. So if you don't have the finances to preserve your freedom, if you can't pay for your freedom, then you will pay for your freedom on what? The chain gang. You know what I'm saying? And you will be working. It's not the chain gang where you tied to each other and stuff like that. And you hitting rocks and stuff like that with a shovel. No, it's not that chain gang. It's the chain gang where you are kind of in a sense tied to people, but it's the people that you don't want to be tied to. This brother is probably not, more often than not, going to experience that. I hope he doesn't have to experience that, but allegedly the charges that he's been charged with murdering deleting his mother, allegedly, that's what he gonna have to deal with. And the thing is like, I'm pretty sure his family and his loved ones are thinking the same thing. Like, why is Dion in this situation? What would possess Dion to do that? Or da da da. It couldn't have went down like that, or it's probably a little bit different. But see, look, somebody in this corner, and they're gonna look out for him. So that's all that matters. And also, I'll say this: like I said before, what the state is doing right now is they're trying to see if he's competent. It's just as simple as that. I'm not gonna make it too much of a big deal. They're trying to see if he's competent, if he understand, the grass is green, if he understand that the sky is blue. So I'm gonna let y'all understand and see that as well.
Is it reflect I'm holding up a red marker? If I was to tell you this marker was blue, would that be a truth or a lie?
Lie.
Is it good to tell a lie?
No, sir.
What happens when people tell lies?
You can get in big trouble.
You get in big trouble for telling a lie. So, can you promise me that everything we're going to talk about today will be true things?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Zion. Zion, what's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
And who's your favorite basketball team?
The Grizzlies or the Lakers.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
John Morant.
I'm sorry?
John Morant.
John Morant? Why do you like him the most?
Because he's a new player, but
It's like they wanted him to say John Morant. Y'all didn't catch that? Like who you say? Who you say? John Morant. Oh, I know John Morant. Oh, you say John Morant? It's like they wanted him to get that out there. You know what I'm saying? This kid is 10 years old, man. 10 years fucking old.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
John Morant.
I'm sorry?
John Morant.
John Morant? Why do you like him the most?
You heard him the first time, man.
Because he's a new player, but he act like he's not. He got good confidence too.
Good confidence that I'm going to play hard.
Yes, sir.
See, he's a new player, but he act like he's not. He acts like he's not. See, and that's a lot of problem with a lot of these dudes that's out here and the youth. Most definitely. I'm a part of that as well. Because you acting like something that you're not. You act like you're not. You acting like you a veteran. You're not a veteran. You're a rookie, but you're not even a rookie. You didn't even make the pros. But you act like you a veteran. So it's cool. And this is what we're raising, bro. We got to square away from that, man. Let's get into it.
What grade?
These are the Lakers.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
John Morant.
I'm sorry?
John Morant.
John Morant? Why do you like him the most?
Because he's a new player, but he act like he's not. He got good confidence too.
Good confidence that I'm going to play hard.
Yes, sir.
What grade are you in right now?
6.
You like school?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about school?
My teachers.
I will say this, man. At least his brother got some manners. He got some manners. You can tell he got a good upbringing. He got some manners. He probably done got in some trouble. Now he in trouble. Now he using his manners. But we know that he got some good manners. You can tell he know better. So whatever the case is, it's sad, but we know that he know better. Whoever his parents is, man, y'all good parents. Y'all did not fail him. whatever the case may be. Y'all think that y'all failed them or whatever because he winded up in this situation. Nah, y'all ain't failed them. This is just the way of the world. This is where the world leading you. Whether you watch your kids and they watching TikTok, you know what I'm saying, they being perverse. Or they watching Instagram being perverse. They watching Twitter, Facebook, whatever, all of this stuff. And it's putting perversion in their minds, making them want to do devious things, you know. But that's not your problem. That's the way of the world. Because at the same time, you gotta install into them to deflect from that. You know what I'm saying? Install some word into them, some structure, some leadership into them. You know what I'm saying? Whether it may be religion, way of faith, whatever. Install it into them so that they may deviate from committing crime or falling a slave or a victim to crime. The way by doing that is by giving them something to focus on. And obviously this brother, he didn't have anything to focus on, but the people gave him the right guidance. They gave him the right guidance for sure. So salute to them for being good parents. You know what I'm saying? You can't give everything to these kids. You see, I hated to speak on it, but you see like the little Romeo situation, everything that's going on with the Romeo situation, and what's going on with Master P, and Romeo turned tooting his nose up to Master P as if though he started a legacy. We only really even know Romeo because of Master P. So for Romeo to try to even step up to the throne, your pops ain't even ain't even passed yet. Like the grave ain't even cold. You know what I'm saying? Your pops ain't even passed yet. He ain't even in the grave yet, and you already trying to cook him in the public side for public opinion. And these are the times and the days that we're living in. So you gotta just be mindful. You gotta be very mindful, and you gotta be careful about the people that you get in bed with, as far as business and as far as relationships and stuff in that sort. I also say that to say, I love y'all. Peace and blessing. We're going to keep on getting into this content, though. You know what I'm saying? Keep on getting into this content. I ain't going to talk too much. I just don't want to get flat from playing a video. So, try to throw a little context in there. And let the people understand what's going on. Also build with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you like most about your teachers?
They treat me well, and they show me how to do it.
Good confidence that I've been to play hard.
Yes, sir.
What grade are you in right now?
6.
You like school?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about school?
My teachers,
And what do you like most about your teachers?
they treat me well, and they show me how to do problems if I don't know how to do it.
Do you have a favorite subject in school?
Math,
Why do you like math so much?
because I like doing multiplication and division.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
An NBA player,
Do you have a backup plan in case you're not an NBA player?
a scientist.
Oh, a scientist, that's a great job.
Now, you think they really mean that? Do you really think that they mean that? You think they being candid and they being honest with this brother? I can't show his face, but if you could only see his face. I showed his face in the last one. I don't want to get sued or whatever, because he's still a minor, so you can't really put that out there like that. I don't know the case is, being that he's being charged as an adult, you probably can put it out, but I just don't want to take the chances or whatever. But if you can see this brother's face, just imagine your nephew, your brother, your sister. He's 10 years old, man. He's 10 years old. As a matter of fact, I'll show y'all a little glimpse just to, build that context. But this brother is 10 years old. His mother is not there to speak for him. His mother's not there to speak for him because allegedly she's deleted because of these circumstances, and this is why he's in court. So we build a context on that, man, and look how they clowning him. Oh, you want to be a basketball? Oh, you're gonna be the next LeBron, huh? Oh, you could be the next LeBron. Oh yeah, okay. I knew it. Where's my $5, buddy? Where's my $5? I told you I won the bet. I told you want to be LeBron. Yeah, that's how they look at you and your kids. They feel like that's all your kids know is to be a LeBron or a basketball player, football player, see how fast you can run, you know? And when he said scientist, they laughed at him like, it's too late for that, bud. Oh, yeah. You shouldn't understand right now. It's too late for you to be a scientist. That's how they looking at this kid, bro. I'm gonna run this for y'all. Listen to the context. I'll be right back. Y'all listen to the context and catch it. If you know, you know.
They treat me well and they show me how to do problems if I don't know how to do it.
You have a favorite subject in school?
Math,
Why do you like math so much?
because I like doing multiplication and division.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
An NBA player,
Do you have a backup plan in case you're not an NBA player?
a scientist.
Oh, a scientist, that's a great job. Well, Zion, I want to talk to you this morning about your aunt and Tatiana. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
What did you call your aunt and Tatiana? Did you have a special name for them?
Aunt Tay.
Aunt Tay. And did you used to live with Aunt Tay? Aunt Tay.
When
Aunt Tay. And did you used to live with Aunt Tay?
yes,
And when did you live with Aunt Tay?
when she moved in with my granny.
And does your granny have a different name?
Her name is Yolanda.
Yolanda. Is your granny still here with us?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
And when did she die? Do you remember?
3 months after my auntie died.
3 months after your Aunt Tay?
Yes, sir.
And so where were you? Do you remember the name of the street that you lived at with your granny and your Aunt Tay?
East Avenue, I think.
East Allen?
Yes, sir.
And why were you living there with your granny?
Because my mama wasn't doing good yet, so I had to live with my granny.
Was your mom sick?
Yeah,
And so who else lived with you and your granny on East Allen Avenue?
just me and my auntie and my granny.
Did you like living with your grandmother and your auntie?
Yes, sir.
What did you like about it?
I like how my auntie always played games and my granny take care of me.
What kind of games did your auntie play?
Apex Legends or Ring Royale. Apex Legends or Ring Royale.
Oh, Ring Royale. What kind of games are those? Are those card games?
It's shooting games.
Or what are they, video games?
Yes, sir.
Did you get to play with her?
Yes, sir.
Did you like playing video games?
Yes, sir.
Did Aunt Tay also show you how to do different things like mow the front yard
Yes, sir.
and how to do different chores?
Yes, sir.
What other chores did she teach you to do?
It's not a chore, but she taught me how to make hamburger patties.
How do you make hamburger patties?
You take them out the freezer, put them on a pan, or put them in the oven, or get a pan and put them on there and put them on the stove.
Hey, hold on. I want y'all to see Jit face, man, because he a kid, bro.
Or you have to make hamburger patties.
How do you make hamburger patties?
You take them out the freezer, put them on a pan, or put them in the oven, or get a pan and put them on there and put them on the stove.
So he's a kid, man. He's a kid, bro.
Flip it.
And what do you do after you flip it?
When it's done, I'll put it on some.
But also, look, he's a kid, but also the deeds that he's being accused of, man, is some heinous crimes, man. So it carry a lot of time and it's very demonic, man. That's some satanic stuff. So if this is the case that this little kid did that, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad, man. Not only sad, that's evil as hell, man. You know? But hopefully this kid did not do that allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But that's sad. Let's go.
Just put ketchup, lettuce, and pickles, and eat it.
Okay, now let me get this straight. What do you put on a hamburger again?
Ketchup, pickles, and lettuce.
And that's your favorite way?
Yes, sir.
No mustard? You shake your head no?
No, sir.
And no onions?
No onions.
Okay. Well, that was nice for her to teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
What other things did you used to do with Aunt Ted?
We used to go to the park all the time.
What would y'all do at the park?
Sometimes we would play tag or hide and seek or just walk around in the little park area.
Did you love your Aunt Ted?
Yes, sir.
You miss her?
Yes, sir.
So, I want to go back to the night that something
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, looking at this kid, no cap, bro, on some real talk, it just made me want to call my nephew and just tell him I love him. It just made me want to call my nephew and just, like, my nieces, man. And, like, but primarily my nephews, though. My son, like, you know, because, like, it's the boys, it's really the young boys that's going through this. And I think that, like, I don't know what, like, if it's in the milk or what, man, but, well, like, what's going on with our community, man? We need to do better. For real, we do. And, for whatever reason, this just listening to this story, honestly, it touched my heart. But because I still do got one, especially when it comes for the kids. But it made me want to call my nephew more than anything, because I know he's gonna be great. So it made me want to call my nephew and like check up on him and see like what he doing, and give him confirmation that, like, you're gonna be great, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep on fighting, keep on going. I watch Sinetta TV all the time, Sinetta Studios all the time, and funny enough, I grew up Christian. My nephew, I had never met a Hebrew Israelite before, but my nephew grew up Hebrew Israelite. And this is my sister. I'm only one of two kids, so from my father. So this is my sister's son. You know what I'm saying? So it means a lot to me to bond with him and stuff like that. Also, we're gonna be talking more about religion on this channel and stuff like that. I want to get into Admiral Richard, the Admiral Richard Diaries and stuff like that. I want to get more into the Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Admiral Richard E. Byrd is a pilot, if you guys don't know, that went to the South Pole, North Pole, and the Antarctic. Actually found he covered, I believe, 500 million miles over the South Pole. He pretty much covered the whole South Pole, what we know as the South Pole. He pretty much discovered it and knows it all. And he tells the story of it being dark and lonesome and not having anything really. It's nothing like the North Pole. Not everybody can go there because their body won't even be able to take the temperature. But he tells a story about some creepy stuff, which we will get into in the next story. But y'all stay tuned and stuff like that. I want to just kind of finish this out. Let's finish this out. It just really made me get sentimental. I'm sorry, y'all. It made me get sentimental. I thought about my nephew and stuff like that. I love my nephew. I done drove, put this nigga in a lot of dangerous situations. Like, he was like 9 years old. I got him on a motorcycle. We driving a motorcycle, like, you know what I'm saying? Driving through Broward County, Miami-Dade County, West Palm Beach, like, you know what I'm saying? And me and my nephew just stunting on the motorcycle, And the women, they loving it. They like, I'm young, so I'm like, I'm loving it too. I know how to drive this bike. I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And then I got my nephew on here. He loving it. You know what I'm saying? He's seeing how I know how to work this bike. Like, I know how to work this bike. And then I'm working the women at the same time. So it's like, it's lovely. You feel me? A lot of people don't know how to do those mechanics like that. I know a lot of girls that drive stick. You know what I'm saying? And they know how to work the manual. They don't like to deal with a lot of niggas that drive automatic. You know why? Because they know how to work a car more than the average man. It's really deep, man. It's deep, So as I'm driving this bike, I just think about, my nephew, man. It's crazy. I just think about him, man. Long story short, let's get back into this, man. Let's go. Oh, yeah, and remember, they said it. I'm speaking on it. I'm Mr. Telescope. You're now watching Telescope Channel. Let's go.
Sir,
So before you were in the bedroom with her, with Auntie, what were you doing? What were y'all doing together?
playing video games.
Before then even, did y'all cook hamburgers that night?
Yes, sir.
Who cooked the hamburgers?
Me.
All right, did you cook them just like you told us earlier?
Yes, sir. But I burnt them
You burned them? How'd you know you burned them?
because we were just playing games. Then we just heard the alarm going off. Then we opened it. A whole bunch of smoke came out of the oven.
And were you cooking these in the kitchen?
Yes, sir.
So what'd you do after all the smoke came from burning the hamburger?
We opened up the screen door and let the smoke go out, and we were just getting paper and going like that so the alarms could stop. And when it was done, we went back playing our video games.
Okay, I saw you made a motion with your hand while you were talking. I'm going to kind of explain what you did so the court reporter can type it up. And you tell me if I'm wrong, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so were you waving your hand in a back and forth motion in front of your face?
Yes, sir.
And were you doing that to show how you were waving the smoke out of the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, did you eat those hamburgers? Did you eat them?
Yes. No, it was burnt. Only one of them survived.
Okay, so what'd you do with the burnt ones?
I threw it in the trash.
And what'd you do with the one that survived?
Ate it.
And what'd you put on it?
Ketchup, pickles, and mustard. I mean, lettuce.
Right there, man. See, they trying to get this jit in the lie. You know? And then on top of that, the analogy that he used, when he said, oh, what happened to all the patties? He's like, oh, none of them survived. Just by using that analogy, as a kid, when you saying stuff like that, none of them survived, you know? Or what'd you do with the last one? Oh, I ate it. You know what I'm saying? When you saying that type of stuff and you got this type of, you know what I'm saying, this melanin in your skin, you a target for sure. That's already spooky in itself because you talking like that. So that's how they gonna view it. But let's go.
Was it a good hamburger?
No, it was burnt. Only one of them survived.
Okay, so what'd you do with the burnt ones?
I threw it in the trash.
And what'd you do with the one that survived?
Ate it.
And what'd you put on it?
Ketchup, pickles, and mustard. I mean, lettuce.
Was it a good hamburger?
It was.
What'd you do after you ate that hamburger?
I went to my auntie's bed and played on my Nintendo Switch.
And what's a Nintendo Switch? If I've never heard of it before, how would you explain it to me?
It's like over.
And if you see his face and their eyes, they looking at it like, oh, a Nintendo Switch is like a Glock switch. You know what a Nintendo Switch is. So why you asking him what is a Nintendo Switch? Your kid got a Nintendo Switch. Why you asking him what a Nintendo Switch is? This is a 10-year-old you talking to. You know what a Nintendo Switch is. Stop it.
Video game is a screen.
What's a Nintendo Switch? If I've never heard of it before, how would you explain it to me?
It's like a video game is a screen, and it got like 2 controllers on the side of it.
Is it the type of video game you play on a TV screen, or is it something you hold in your hand and the screen's in your hand?
Both.
Oh, you can take what's on your screen in your hand and put that on the TV?
Yes, sir. You could take off the controllers and, like, when you buy it, there's like a kit where you could plug the HDMI in it and take off the controllers and put the screen on it, and then you'll see it on the TV.
Were you playing it on the TV or in your hand after you ate that hamburger?
In my hand,
And what was your Aunt Tay doing?
she was playing video games with her friends.
Okay? Was she playing video games on a handheld device or on the TV?
On the TV,
Do you remember what type of gaming system it was?
a PS4.
And when you say she was playing with her friends,
And see, look, a lot of people like Sony, and Sony allegedly deals with these kids, but a lot of people love Sony. And I mean, I got the tattoo on the back of my neck. Y'all know I'm married to the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Sony baby. But I will say that it's some devious things behind it. I got a tattoo before I find out a lot about the, you know what I'm saying, the dark secrets about Sony. and stuff like that. When he says it's a PS4 and he's playing a Nintendo Switch, isn't Nintendo like a Wii, or isn't like, I never knew it was crossplay with Nintendo and Sony, because I play games, so I never knew it was crossplay with Nintendo and Sony, which is spooky, right? Um, the thing about his whole case and what he's saying, right, and how they building up his case. I don't know if they're trying to make him plead insanity, but he's saying a lot. Like, he's saying a lot. I think he's saying a little too much, and it could be the proper it's not the proper representation. It could be that, but let's go.
Okay, was you playing video games on a handheld device or on the TV?
On the TV.
And this is also what I want to tell y'all. I'm sorry I stopped it, but this is also what I want to tell y'all. If you ever get a chance, watch a show called Peripheral, and you will see what he's talking about. It's actually a girl that knows how to play the game really good, and then she gets into this virtual reality, and woo happens. But y'all get at a view. Check that out. Peripheral is on Amazon.
Do you remember what type of gaming system it was?
A PS4.
And when you say she was playing with her friends, were her friends in that bedroom with y'all?
No, sir.
Where were they?
They was in another house, but she added them to a party so they could talk to each other
How was she talking to them?
on the mic.
And was she hearing what they were saying?
Yes, sir.
And what game was she playing?
Green Royale.
Green Royale.
Yes, sir.
So, did you end up falling asleep that night?
No,
On
sir.
bed?
No, sir.
What room were you in while you were playing your Nintendo Switch with your Aunt Ted?
My Aunt Tay's room.
Aunt Tay's room. Were you on the bed, on the floor, or something different?
On the bed.
And do you remember what you were wearing?
Only underwears.
Were you under the covers or over the covers?
Under the covers.
Was it a little cold?
No.
No? It was good underneath the covers.
Yes, sir.
How long did Aunt Tay play video games that night?
Like an hour or 30 minutes.
Did you ever go to sleep at all?
No, sir.
Not before she heard a noise, you didn't fall asleep just for a little bit?
No, sir.
All right, so did your Aunt Tay hear a noise outside the bedroom?
Yes, sir.
What were you doing when your Aunt Tay heard that noise?
I was still playing on my Nintendo Switch.
How did you know your Aunt Tay heard a noise?
Because she told me, did you hear it? And I said no.
Was the lights on? Were the lights on in that bedroom?
Yes, sir.
And after she told you she heard a noise, what did she do?
She went to get her weapon out of her purse.
Where was her purse?
Next to her table where she worked at.
Before she heard that noise outside, where was your Aunt Tay sitting? Was she at that desk?
No, she was in the middle of the room with her, she had her chair in the middle of the room playing on the game.
And so you said she went to her purse and grabbed out a weapon. What do you mean by weapon, Zion?
A gun.
Was it a big long gun or a gun that you can hold in your hand?
A gun you can hold in your hand.
Man, it's getting deep, bro. It's getting deep, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's getting deep, man. Excuse me, bro. I just woke up, bro. I'm just like getting to the world. I'm just finding out what the hell's going on. So, y'all bear with me, man. Y'all bear with me. But it's getting deep, man. It's getting deep, bro. I don't want y'all to see me like this here and all that, but whatever. I don't even much care, bro. It's getting deep. I'm watching this like HD here.
Yeah. Did you ever go to her purse and get that gun?
Yes, sir.
And what did she do after she took the gun out of her purse?
She just held it to her side. She didn't point it up. She just
Hey,
kept
hold
it.
on, y'all. try to hear this. Hold on.
next to her, like on her side.
And where did she go with that, with the, after she picked up the gun?
She was about to start walking to the window.
Okay? And when she walked to the window, what did she do?
I didn't hear nothing after that. I just seen her fell on the floor.
Okay, I want to go back just a little bit. Do you remember that night, after all this was over with, going to talk to a lady at a special place in a little bitty room?
No, sir.
We talked about this before. Her name was Lindsay Dula, and you talked about what happened?
Like when they took me?
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you went and talked to that lady and told her everything about what happened, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you see, whenever your Aunt Tay walked towards the window with the gun, did you see her kind of pull the gun up just a little bit away from her side?
No, sir.
Now, when we talked before, you said that she did kind of pull the gun up a little bit. You remember that?
No, sir.
It's okay if you remember it. I mean, I just want you to remember it exactly the way you do. Do you remember if she had the gun up or down?
Down.
Down. Are you sure she didn't have it up at all?
No, sir.
Okay. And how close did Aunt Kay get to the window?
I can't, I don't know how to, like, say how far she was. Like, I say, like, she was, like, 3 feet away.
Okay. She got pretty close to the window.
Yes, sir.
Did she say anything to you as she got closer to the window?
No, sir.
Did you hear anything as she got closer to the window?
No, sir.
See right there, they think that shit is strategic because like I can't really say nah. You talking like that, but they think he's strategic. Y'all bear with me. I'm finna play this for us. I'm not really trying to hold it, but fuck it.
Did you see something that happened?
I seen her fall on the ground.
Did you see anything outside the window?
No, sir.
You didn't see a man with a badge?
No, sir.
Did you hear anything before she fell to the ground?
No, sir.
What happened after she fell to the ground?
She started crying, and then after that, 2 police officers came and got me.
Did you know what had happened at that point?
No, sir.
Did you know if your Aunt Tay was hurt?
Yes, sir.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking, is it a dream?
How did you think she was hurt?
Because she was crying and just shaking.
What happened when the 2 policemen came into the bedroom?
They seen me and they told me to get up, and they took me to the back of a police car.
Did one police officer take you or both of them?
Both of them.
Both of them? Are you sure it wasn't just the woman police officer?
No, sir. Like, the man, he walked a little bit, but then the lady told him, like, to go check on her. Like, when we got halfway, like, right there by the kitchen, so he did.
At the entrance of what?
Huh?
At the entrance of what?
Repeat what you just said, so she.
Oh, she told the man to go check on her. Go check on my auntie to see if she was still alive. And he said, okay.
Did you know if your auntie was still alive at that point?
No, sir.
Where did that woman officer take you?
To the back of a police officer. I mean, she took me back to a back of a police car.
And when she took you to buy some back of the police car, what were you wearing?
Only underwear.
Were you cold?
Yes, sir.
Were you scared?
Yes, sir.
Why were you scared?
because I see my auntie crying, so I thought it had to be something serious.
Did you know what those police were doing?
No, sir.
And do you remember how long you sat in that car?
About like 5 minutes, waiting for the officer to come, wherever they was gonna take me.
Did another officer show up that you hadn't seen before?
Yes, sir.
He was different than the two that came in the house, right?
Yes, sir.
And what did that officer do with you?
He was the owner of the police car, so he gave me like a big shirt to put on. And then after that, I fell asleep.
Was that officer very nice to you?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember his name?
No, sir, he never told me his name.
But he was really nice.
Yes, sir.
And what happened after you fell asleep?
I fell asleep and then he woke me up. And I was at like a little daycare or foster care.
Oh, the place where the woman talked to you?
Yes, sir.
And was that woman really nice to you?
Yes, sir.
And she just explained that she had to ask you some questions about what happened, is that right?
Yes, sir.
When did you find out about what happened to your Aunt Ted?
After a couple of days when I stayed with my mama, when she came and got me from the place,
And what did you find out had happened?
I seen she died, so when I seen she died, I went to my mama and asked her, is that true?
Did you find out it was true?
Yes, sir.
How'd that make you feel?
I was very upset.
Were you upset that night?
I
How did it happen?
I wasn't upset, I was confused because I didn't know if it was a dream and if I wasn't waking up still.
Did you hear anyone get shot that night?
No, sir.
Why don't you think you heard anything?
I probably don't just remember it, but I think I didn't hear nothing.
Did you hear the policeman say anything outside the window?
No, sir. I don't remember.
Do you remember seeing him at all outside the window?
No, sir.
Introducing Discover Online
Damn,
Privacy
bro, this
Protection.
shit crazy, bro. This better than the Meg. Hey,
10 popular people search websites.
bro, this better than the Meg. Hey, this better than the Meg trial.
The house that you lived at with your granny and your aunt today.
Hold on. I gotta get some wings for this. Hold on.
That's
And which of those front doors did y'all normally use?
the side one. The one where the car was next to.
The side door that the cars were next to, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And the other door points out to the street, right?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all ever use that one?
Sometimes if we order something to eat.
And those doors, did y'all normally keep the doors closed?
Yes, sir.
Now, because those hamburgers were burning, what'd you do with those doors? What'd you and Aunt Tay do with those doors that night?
So we forgot the front door was open, and the screen door was still kind of open when I opened the window off it.
So y'all kind of open up the doors to let the smoke out?
Yes, sir.
But those glass screen doors were still kind of shut, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Those were open too? Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, we've been going a while. I want to take our mid-morning break, okay? You stay right here, okay? Y'all retired in the church.
Your name is Zion?
Yes, sir.
My name is Bob.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Our powers have been kind of alike in the business. So, you very kind and answered all of Mr. Smith's questions.
Drop that right there.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I got sauce all over my
Well, I
hands.
want to talk to you about since it's 11 o'clock in the morning. And my
That's
phone is
music.
down. I really want to talk to you about the hamburgers. Are hamburgers your favorite food?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is?
Wait, hold on. I gotta run this back. I got sauce all over my hands. But for sure, we're on the back like 10 seconds.
as a witness, Your Honor.
All right, we've been going a while. I want to take our mid-morning break, okay? You stay right here, okay? Y'all retired to your church.
Your name is Zion?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My name's Bob.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My towers even look kind of alike from a distance. Okay. So, you were very kind and answered all of Mr. Smith's questions for him this morning. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And what I really want to talk to you about, since it's, 11 o'clock in the morning, and my stomach's growling, I really want to talk to you about those hamburgers.
Yes, sir.
Are hamburgers your favorite food?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is?
It's buffalo wings.
Okay. I'll like those too. So, let's go back to when you were living with Aunt Tay. Okay?
Who don't love buffalo wings, right?
And that was Grandma Yolanda's house, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And Grandma Yolanda was in the hospital, did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
And your mom was also having some health issues.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Aunt Tay was taking care of you, right?
Yes, sir.
How long had you been staying at that house?
Freedom. Freedom is why I love doing apartment deals, just like the one you're seeing up.
I'll turn this shit down. Y'all. You do not need that. Family. You do not need that. Put that thing back.
When I was like, I really don't know. Probably when I was like 5 or 6. So like a couple years.
Okay. Who was your first day there? You've been there for a while. Okay. And that was Grandma Yolanda's house, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And Grandma Yolanda was in the hospital, did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
And your mom was also having some health issues.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Aunt Tay was taking care of you, right?
Yes, sir.
How long had you been staying at that house?
I really don't know. Probably when I was like 5 or 6. So like a couple years.
Okay. Who was your first day there? You've been there for a while.
Yes, sir.
And so at the time this all happened, it was just you and Aunt Tay staying there, right?
Yes, sir.
And the cars in the driveway, did one of those cars belong to Aunt Tay and one to your grandma?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which one belonged to which?
The white one belongs to my auntie. The gray one belongs to my granny. But I don't think the gray one was there.
I'm sorry?
But I don't think the gray one was there.
Was there a blue one there?
No, sir.
Compared to most of the rest of the neighborhood, was that a pretty new house?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how long ago the house had been built?
Like how long it took them to build it?
Yeah, how long had the house been there? You have any idea?
We just got it, so like I could say like 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, sir.
What had you and your aunt been doing earlier that day?
Playing video games.
Is that what you did all day?
Yes, sir.
Did you go to school that day?
Yes, sir.
After you got home from school, you started playing video games?
Yes, sir.
Was there any lawn mowing work going on that day?
No, sir.
Was that the day before?
No, sir.
Did you have a bike?
Yes, sir.
What kind of bike did you have?
A BMX.
BMX bike?
Yes, sir.
You know where it was?
It was in the garage.
Did that house have one garage or two garages? building back behind the garage?
And no, because behind the garage it's an alleyway. But after the alleyway there's a building. So, kind of.
I got it. Okay. You ever cut the grass there before?
Yes, sir.
And Kay showed you how to cut the grass?
Yes, sir.
So was that your job?
Yes, sir.
How often did you have to do it?
Every time I get like 3 inches, I cut it.
Did you get a little bit of money for that?
Yes, sir.
And she also showed you how to cook hamburgers? Is that
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
You remember what time that night you cooked the hamburgers?
Repeat that again.
You remember what time that night, let me rephrase it. You remember what time that night you burned the hamburgers?
Right after I got out of school.
Okay. So, do you remember what time you got out of school generally?
No, sir.
Probably still daylight when you got out of school, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you go anywhere after school or did you just come straight home?
I came straight home.
You know, when I use the phrase extended care, do you know what that means?
No, sir.
After school, did you go play anywhere at the school?
No, sir.
Okay, so when classes were done, you got picked up and came home.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. That's what I was getting at.
With Create Studio Pro, you can create amazing 3D.
Y'all, this getting good. This is getting good, y'all. I want y'all to tell me exactly what y'all think. You wings find me up though, I ain't gonna cap though. You wings find my ass up though. They good though, but I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. Wait. What y'all think about this case, man? This is a spooky ass case, bro. You feel me? And the sad part about
Pixar, and you never need to use
All right, bet I had to get back to the commercial, but the sad part about it is this brother's fighting for his life. 10 years old, fight for his life. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that he's saying is a little spooky, but he fighting for his life, man. Y'all listen to this. Let's go.
When I use the phrase extended care, do you know what that means?
No, sir.
After school, did you go play anywhere at the school?
No, sir.
Okay, so when classes were done, you got picked up and came home.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. That's what I was getting at.
Put it together.
Trying to figure out where the meeting's coming from.
Please, we can hear it.
So that evening, you said your aunt was playing video games?
Yes, sir.
Were you playing video games too?
Yes, sir.
Were you playing on the same device or were you playing on different devices?
Different.
Which, that's a bad question, sorry.
My auntie was playing on the PS4, and I was playing on the Nintendo Switch.
Now, you're gonna have to help me here because I don't know a whole lot about video games, okay? You said something about your auntie and her friends. You're playing with her friends.
Yes, sir.
How does that work?
So she gets a controller, then she go to messages, and she texts them and say, do you want to play? And they said, sure. So they made a party chat, and they just started talking.
I'm having a little trouble here.
Say it again.
Pick up a little louder.
So she go to messages, then text them, do they want to play? And then they say sure, so they make a party chat and they start playing.
And no cap, bro. It's just that easy. It's literally just that easy. You can meet pedophiles on there, scammers, people that's selling drugs, people that's doing 3D printing on guns, all that. Especially if you're playing GTA and different games, but it depends on what you're playing. Sometimes you might even find it in Fortnite. Like, it's just a very dark area, man. It's a very gray area in that gaming system. So, like, people in the gaming world, you got to remember, like, they're criminals too. So, people in the gaming world, you got to remember, like, that VR, dark web, all that. Like, that's just another escape and another outlet for them to get their shit off easier without people, like, everybody trying to be the first up on something. You know what I'm saying? Innovative. Let's go.
That voice was much better, so keep that up, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so if I have this straight, she can send a text message to people and invite them to play with her on this game.
Yes, sir.
And they could be remote in some other house or some other town and still play the game with her, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because in this electronic age we live in, she can do all that online, right?
Yes, sir.
So she said she was playing a game called Ring Royale.
Ream.
Can you spell it?
REALM.
EALM. Realm.
Realm Royale.
Realm Royale.
Yes, sir.
You know all about
I done seen that shit before.
So what's that game about?
It's like Call of Duty, but kid friendly. Like if somebody kill you, you turn to a chicken, and then you have to run around for 10 seconds. And if you run around for 10 seconds, you turn back to a human. But if they kill you as a chicken, you have to start another game up. You have to go to a different server.
Just add Owens.
Oh, hey, Owen. What are you drinking?
Allow me to pour you Owens Spark.
They trying to give him the police insanity, seem like.
About the
Allegedly.
shooting involved in it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
Allegedly.
So, like, you could forge weapons like swords, guns, and you could forge shields. Me and my auntie, we usually forge shields and guns because the swords, it's really not that good.
Okay, so your auntie was playing that game, and so your auntie and these other folks were shooting at each other on the game?
No, like, it's when they join, when they join, they come as a team. So, like, say if it's only her, they have to do a solo match. And say if another one joined, they have to do duos. Another one trios, and then the fourth is a whole squad. So that's how they do it. But if, like, you want to do, like, you want to battle your friends, you have to go to, like, a custom match.
I think I get it. So, my kids used to play video games sometimes, and there's a controller, right? A thing you hold in your hand.
Yes, sir.
And that's how you play the game, right?
Yes, sir.
And on this controller, there's buttons you push, right?
Yes, sir.
And on the buttons, is there a button on that game? You push a button and shoot a gun?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's kind of what the game's about, right?
Yes, sir.
Shooting the bad guys? Is that what it's about?
It's not bad guys. It's just like, I could say it's bad guys, but I don't know if it's really a game about bad guys.
Another team?
Yes, sir.
Team?
Yeah,
Okay.
they know he in trouble, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
See, and they see that shit. They see that.
I think you described that you were in the bed
Yes, sir.
playing on your game.
Yes, sir.
Water.
Where?
In the middle of the floor on her chair, sitting in her chair playing the game.
When you say in the middle of the floor,
Like the middle of the room.
okay? Okay. And She was sitting in a chair.
Yes, sir.
And she was playing the game. The game she was playing was on a TV screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody shown you any pictures of that room?
Say it again.
Has anybody shown you any pictures of that room?
The room?
Of the room you were in?
No, because I was already in the room.
Was the TV screen that she was using to play on the one that was in front of the bed?
Yes, sir.
So in that room, there was a TV screen and there was some computer monitors too, right?
Yes, sir.
But she was using the TV screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So it was just you and her in the house. Were there some pets also?
Yes, sir.
What kind of pets did you all have?
Dogs, kittens, and a rabbit.
How many dogs?
Our mission in Cody
Bro, it's getting spooky, bro. It's getting real spooky.
Sorry, it's kind of difficult. It's because some of them got missing and some of them died, so I done counting.
So on this particular
He was
night,
killing something, allegedly.
There was like 2 dogs, one adult dog and one puppy,
Okay. And were there any cats?
3 kittens.
Three kittens?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And a rabbit?
Yes, sir.
I feel like they gonna say he was like killing some of the animals or some shit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, at the time, you described a time when your aunt was playing the video game and she said she heard something out in the yard, right?
Yes, sir.
But you didn't hear anything in the yard, did you?
No, sir.
Okay. That's what you told us earlier, right?
Yes, sir.
And when she heard something out in the yard, she said that to you, I hear something.
And I say allegedly because I don't know, but I just feel like it's gonna come up like saying like try to kill one of the animals. I don't know why they missed the animals. But another thing, as a gamer, what I'm wondering is why is she playing Realm Royale? That is such a kid game. You have to actually buy a subscription to get that. And it's like one of those like really, really kiddie games. And I wonder why she had that. Either it was for her nephew or, but why would she be in the party for that, you know? Like if you play GTA, you know what I'm saying? Like why would she be in the party chat for like Realm Royale? Like that's weird, you know what I'm saying? This story's getting interesting. We're gonna get more into it or whatever. Let's keep on going. I'm gonna try to keep it going.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And then what did she do?
She went.
But you didn't hear anything in the yard, did you?
No, sir.
Okay. That's what you told us earlier, right?
Yes, sir.
And when she heard something out in the yard, she said that to you, I hear something, right?
Yes, sir.
And then what did she do?
She went to get her gun and her purse.
She had a gun in her purse.
Yes, sir.
Where in the room was her purse?
By her monitors. By her table where her computers are.
Was there anything else near her table where her computers are?
Not what I know of.
Was her purse near the window?
Yeah, my phone died, man. My phone died, but we back. Let's get back to this video. Let's go. I'm gonna rewind a little bit so I can get some context.
Near her tables where her computers are?
Not what I know of. Not what I know of.
Was her purse near the window?
Like 5 feet away from it.
So 5 feet back into the room?
Yes, sir.
He was in the same room y'all were in, right?
Yes, sir.
Probably should. And she wanted her purse, and did she, was the purse up on the desk, or was it down on the ground, or?
Down on the ground.
And she, what'd she do, reach into her purse
Yes, sir.
and pull the gun out?
Yes, sir.
How did she pull the gun out of her purse?
She looked at her purse, and then when she looked at it, she got it and just had it next to her.
Show us how she had it. You mind standing up?
Go ahead and stand.
Look over there.
You want to stand there or come down?
Right here would be great. Everybody can see.
Right here.
Okay. All right. Why don't you turn and face the jury just real quick so they can make sure we have everybody can see.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you. When she was doing that, do you remember which way she was facing?
She was looking towards the window.
How many windows did that room have?
One.
So if we say the window, it's pretty clear which window we're talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that the window where she said she heard something in the
Yeah.
backyard?
Yes, sir.
And you said she was looking out in that backyard?
Yes, sir.
And you were looking out in that backyard too, weren't you?
No.
Well, what were you looking at?
My Nintendo Switch.
So it didn't capture your attention at all that your aunt
No.
heard something in the backyard and pulled a gun out of her purse?
No, because at first she told me it might have been a raccoon, and I thought it might have been a raccoon too.
Because what?
She told me it might have been a raccoon, so I'm like, there's nothing I should care of.
Okay. Did you ever tell anybody that before about the raccoon? Never told anybody about that before? Okay. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't shake your head. Answer yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So to be clear, that's the first time you've ever said anything about a raccoon, right?
Yes, sir.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wine, spirits, beers, all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
Love what you find. Always lowest prices at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
While she's looking at this out the back window, what's she doing with that gun?
She still had it beside her.
You talked to Mr. Smith earlier about the fact that there was after what happened, you got put in a police car, right?
Yes, sir.
And the police car that you were in took you down to a place where you sat in a room and talked to a lady, right?
Yes, sir.
And it was just, in that room, it was just you and the lady, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
There wasn't anybody else in there, was there?
No, sir.
And you started talking to this lady, you told her who you were and how old you were and where you lived and stuff like that, right?
Yes, sir.
And you and this lady had a conversation.
Yes, sir.
And she was a pretty nice lady, wasn't she?
Yes, sir.
Did she get you some socks earlier?
I don't remember.
And that lady started asking you some questions about what you'd seen that evening, didn't she?
Yes, sir.
And that lady, what you and she talked about was how important it was for you to tell the truth, right? went over some questions with you to make sure that you understood the difference between telling the truth and telling a lie, right?
No,
You don't remember?
no, sir.
Well, you're not one of those kids that runs around telling stories, are you?
No, sir.
And you knew how important it was, the stuff that she was talking to you about, right?
Yes, sir.
She told you to make sure that everything you told her was the truth, right?
Don't remember.
She also told you and asked you if you knew that there was a camera in that room, right?
I still don't remember.
And you pointed and you told her, yes, there was a camera in that room. Remember that?
No, sir.
And she told you that what you were saying and what she was saying were being recorded, right?
No, sir. Don't remember.
And you were okay with that, weren't you?
I don't remember.
And she told you that where you were was a safe place to talk, and that she was just going to listen to what you had to say, right?
I don't remember.
And she told you that there weren't any right or wrong answers to all the things she asked you.
I don't remember.
Hey man, so we can tell by the cough, and I don't remember, man. Like Jit is not going. They might have a case here, man, but it's spooky, man. Y'all drop your comments in the section, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video right here, man. So I went through a lot to get through. I ate some wings. I had a couple of drinks. And I had a good Tuesday, man. You know, most people eating tacos on Tuesday. I eat hot wings. So salute to the tribe, peace and blessings, man. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see more videos like this, let me know, man. Drop in the comment section for sure. Love y'all, man. Remember, they said it. Now we speaking on it. I'm Mr. Telescope. You're not watching Telescope channel.